Yeah, I can hear you. Where did you hear me stop?
When you froze, I was like,
So hi everyone. Apologies for what Nigerian network does. Um, yeah. Oh, we are live. Oh, interesting. I mean, I think that's part of the fun at the end. The fact that it's never really organized. But yeah, I guess we are still learning the ropes. So um, there's room for there's a room for mess up. All right. So hi everyone. Let me know if I can be heard. Please, if you can hear me, just say something in the comments session. All right, great. Nice. Okay. So I would like to really know where I stopped at before everything froze, please. If you were here for the previous live stream that just went down some moments back, let me know so I wouldn't um, continue from that point. All right, presentation. Oh, okay, presentation. All right, great presentation. So I believe everyone heard me till the point of presentation. Um, great. Okay, great. So I guess I would take a few steps back, um, perhaps to, yeah, okay. I think I did explain the fact that we need to create our brand portfolio with works that would reflect our ability to take on, our ideal client needs. All right, and I stated how to best do that. That is to involve or to have or curate brand design projects that are either perhaps just standalone or an intersection of this various options, right? Brand design, typography. I feel these are the necessary things you should put or you should have your brand design project reflect when you consider, the requirements, the job descriptions, and what is needed of you as a brand um, designer. Okay, so I said brand identity, typography, illustration. You know, then I guess I was saying something about presentation design, which I feel it's very very important because you have a company that wants to raise a pre-seed or they want to pitch a sales deck. You know, you will come in handy. So it's necessary you have you know projects that really show that you are good with your presentation design. Okay, and that would be creative direction. So this is something you can reflect by storytelling. All right, how well you were able to, you know, um, how well we were able to solve the problem, how well you could dive into whatever brief and dissect it, and whatever direction you take in be it social media design and or whatnot. So it's very necessary you have project that would reflect that. Okay, next would be print design. So I mean, print has not gone into existence. People still print. Companies need print, printed merch, printed collaterals, um, um, marketing, what would I call it, products per se. So it's necessary that you have that understanding of print design. The best colors to use for print. How to go about it and all that. So it's also good that, because there's this thing where a certain field will always argue with developers on, oh, they I designed this and you gave me this. So it's very necessary you have an idea, so you don't just design for, you know and we find that case where you're designing for print and it can't be printed, okay, or it gives off a wrong color or whatnot. So you have to really consider that. Okay. Um so I guess I'm still audible. I just wanted to check. But yes, moving on. So there's also, I mean, well, nowadays people or these brand designers would need to have a kind of learning on 3D and motion. All right. It's not that it's a must, but it kind of gives you a plus. There are cases where you see job descriptions and be like, oh, they want a designer that has an idea of this and this, and they mention so is a plus. All right. Not necessary, but it gives you more leverage. So if you can have works that actually reflect that, maybe you're implementing how the logo looks, or moves, or perhaps you want to dive into web design or the UI side of things, where you want to work for, digital product as a digital brand designer. It will be necessary you also, leverage on that and put your best foot forward in putting in brand projects that reflect that too. Okay. So I decide to actually curate. This is me curating some of the brand projects I feel resonate and give off these qualities I mentioned. One would be by Farouk. So Farouk is a brand designer, and this particular project, which is Brace, is a very lovely one. It's one, he digged into the detail of 3D. He also digged into the detail of print design, dig into brand identity. It was an intersection of a lot, and it's very, very beautiful. I feel people should check it out. All right. And that would be one by Fungi Dube. Um, she has this proneness for illustration. I gave it to her. Like, when it comes to illustration, she does it so well, and it's an infusion of both her illustration skills and her, you know, creation, also her creative direction, and also how well she puts out brand identity designs. All right, so this is under good project that I feel we could use to get ideas of how your brand portfolio can go, you know, by viewing this. And that is, well, I mean, my own plug. So I guess this for me, this project was a very, very great one because it had to do with the creative direction. It also had to do with the logo design. It had to do with the implementation. Had to do with also the presentation side of it. It was a lot, and putting this in my brand portfolio, my brand design portfolio, it actually brought more clients towards my way. So it's a plus for me. More, I would give, in a lot of, there are a lot of great um, brand design works you can actually look at, and these are just a few mentions. All right. I couldn't do the whole long list, but yes, I feel digging into or researching on this kind of work would help you get a better idea of how well you could build your own brand portfolio. All right. So when you are done building, what are the next steps? All right. So For me, I feel the next step is, or the next line of action after, or even while you build, is to run an inspection of your work. So, um, coming from the background of a civil engineer, which I studied in school, there's this thing where as you build, you're working on, say, a deck, or you're building an infrastructure, all right? There's this thing where at some point people come to inspect the work to be sure that, oh, okay, you're following the guides, it's actually good, it's actually solid, and all that. So for me, I don't know why I said cross your AIs and dot your PDS, but it felt good. But I feel it's very necessary that we, as we build, or even after we build, we run that inspection on our work. You want to be sure, because I feel this is something a lot of designers skip, where it's either it's a good work, but it's now bad because, say, they didn't follow um, a good alignment, or they were just missing details, or the way they told their story, or what one thing, just minute mistakes, and it can tell on how, it can tell on you, as on your kind of person as a brand designer, that, oh, you don't pay attention to details, and you don't want to give up that kind of sense of feeling to anybody. So it's very necessary do that proper inspection. Another would be, get proper feedback on your portfolio. You build, it's just necessary you, oh, okay, what do you think about this, and I tell you, a lot of designers do it, where they want to just get a second thought. All right, okay, maybe you can impute this, maybe you could take this out. So it's necessary you get feedback. There are also portfolio reviews which you can have on, and you get constructive feedback on them. Then last would be show your work. It's very necessary. No one builds and tries to hide what they build. All right, you build something beautiful, you would like to tell, oh, this is my building, this is what I did, this is my work. All right, so it's necessary you get on platforms and you do the talking, let your work reflect that, oh, okay, this person is a good designer. All right, so I don't know if I can be heard, but I just want to be sure. All right, but can you see my screen? I just want to be sure my screen is being seen. All right, great, great, thank you. So yeah, finally, you would like to, it's very necessary that you would show your work. It's very important. And that thing I probably skipped is the need to update your portfolio. I mean, if you are 5 years or 9 years in design, it's not enough, that you do not update your portfolio. So it's something you keep building. I mean, the portfolio is never done, so you keep building your portfolio and building and building and building until you can build no more. So yeah, that would be that. about that. Thank you for viewing. Hi, Sunny.
Awesome. Can I be heard?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Can I be heard?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chisa, for that. I think everybody found it really insightful. I also did as well. I learned a few things. Also, noted down the projects that you put up for inspiration for later projects. Okay, time for questions, guys. If you have any questions to ask Chisa about this session that we've just held, please leave your comments in the live chats and we'll get to the questions.
I guess everyone got it.
As a badass brand designer that you are.
What can I say? So if we do have questions, please. I guess this is the right time to ask.
Someone's asking if there's going to be a portfolio review and how they submit. I can answer that. There's going to be a portfolio review. I think portfolio reviews are starting after day 3, and day 3 is tomorrow. So we have links on all our platforms. You can check them out and you can fill in your details. And if your portfolio is going to be reviewed, then we're going to reach out to you and send you an email to let you know, basically. So yeah, there's going to be a portfolio review and you can submit by checking our socials, basically.
And to add, it's going to be in our Discord channel. So yeah, be part of the community.
Yeah, it's also going to be on our Discord channel. Yeah, you have to be part of the community for your portfolio to be reviewed, and it has to be a brand design portfolio as we are a brand design community. Do we have any questions about anything else, or are we good for day 2?
I mean, if there are no questions, I think my job is done.
Okay, I think we can officially end day 2. I think you killed it. You absolutely killed it, Chisa. Thank you so much for the presentation. And we're going to call it off here, I guess. Chisa did a wonderful job, as we can all tell. There are no questions, so we're going to just end our day 2 of the Shifori's session here.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for having me and listening to me ramble. Thank you, Sweeney, for hosting. And yeah, day 2 is a wrap. Have a nice night, guys.
Bye.